Hey friends, it's Rick. I'm back today with another video featuring Paper Rose products. Today we are going to be using the Peony Garden Basic 6x6 paper pad, the Peony Garden 6x6 paper collection. I also am going to be using some top folding A2 card bases. I've also used some basic white cardstock. We're going to be using the stitch circle metal dies, and this is the Etched Blooms 2 metal dies. We're going to be using those, plus some Paper Rose ink to make 4 cards today. All right, so I have picked out 2 patterns from the Peony Garden Basic collection, plus 2 pieces from the Peony Garden regular collection, as well as this piece right here. For this piece, I took and cut down the sentiments into just thin sentiment strips to use on the card today. So there's absolutely no stamping. So I'm going to move this to the side. Let me put that back up before I lose it. So you're going to want to cut your paper to your card front size. So I'm going to cut each one of these. I'm going to do 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut these and I will be right back. Okay, I've got my 4 sheets of pattern paper cut. Now we're going to do our next thing. We're going to do some stack, cut, and shuffle cards today. So we're going to take and stack all of our pattern papers up. And I'm going to cut this starting off at 2 1/2. So there's my first cut. It's 2 1/2. So that's going to leave me these 2 pieces. And then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to cut 2 inches off. And then I'm going to stack these right over here. This larger piece, I'm going to cut 3 inches off that bottom piece. And I'm going to do that to the other 4 pieces as well. So I will do this one more time on screen with y'all, and then I will pop out and do the rest of them off screen for us. So there's our 2-inch cut, and we're stacking everything up in those same stacks. So I'm going to cut the rest of these right off camera, and I'll be right back. All right, I have all my 4 pieces of pattern paper cut. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take and separate these into different stacks. So I'm going to pick my first one up here. That's going to be stack number 1. I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to stick it to the bottom. I'm going to pick that next pattern paper up, and that's going to go over here. This time, we're going to pick up 2 pieces of the same pattern papers that we just have over here. And we're going to switch to our next pattern. And then this one, we're going to go 3. So we have 1 of each pattern paper on our card. This is going to be on our card. So now we're going to go to our next one. So I'm going to take that one. This one. And then it'll be this one. And that one. That's a stack. Our next one will be this pattern. Let me slide. Find some more room. That's going to be 1. That will be 1. This will be 1. And this will be 1. Now, that's going to leave us 4 pieces of, or 4 sets of 4 cards. Okay. So I've got my top folding card bases. I'm going to go ahead and add our pattern paper to our card bases. And I'm going to just kind of slide these out of the way and just pick one at a time. Now, remember, these papers are double-sided, so if you wanted to switch them up even more, you could. And that's probably what we're going to do. So we're going to start off with our first piece of pattern paper. We're going to add that. And we're just going to give ourselves a little bit of a margin. Take our next piece. The only thing is you don't want the same patterns next to each other. Okay? So we'll have a little gap. Line up those bottom pieces. We'll go with our next one. This also allows you to get more use of your pattern papers and allows you to show off all of your sides. So we got that textural pattern right there. All right, so there is part of card number 1. I have a fun embellishment we're going to do also. All right, let's go to our next stack. And this time I'm going to switch up or switch some of them up a little bit. We're going to use that text pattern right there. Then we'll use our large floral here. And this time I think I want the stripes at the top here. And that yellow. Bring that down just a little. Pull this one down as well. And nobody will even know we have a little mess up. All right, we're going to have our polka dots on that side. So we will switch that pattern around. So we have our little polka dots over here. There's our second front. We go with our next one. Now, if you're looking at them and you decide you don't like how something is stacked up, you can always switch out your patterns. Like you might like this a little bit better. So you can always switch them out before you glue them down. So don't be afraid of that. So don't be afraid to switch things out. Once you start stacking and cutting and stacking and shuffling, you can always reshuffle a little bit to make the card that you want to make and make it a little bit more appealing to your eye. So we'll go ahead and add this one down. Always try to keep your margins the same as best as possible. Just the big deal is to make sure your outside margins are all the same and lined up perfectly even as best as you can. I mean, our cards are handmade and not Hallmark, so don't be afraid to switch them up. All right, we're going to start with our piece down here. And this time I'm going to switch these around where I had that green at the top. And we're going to have this floral at the bottom. So you can always reshuffle, restack them as well. As long as you keep your same stacks on the same side. Or same width on the same side. I hope that makes sense. All right, so there is our card bases all done. Besides our inserts, I'll add those later off camera. Now we're gonna work on our elements. I have done most of it already, But I wanted to show y'all how I did the ink blending for it. I'm going to take a sticky mat. I've already got my flower cut out as well as the other pieces. So we're going to take the 2 pink inks from Paper Rose. One of them is Bubblegum, and I think this one's Peony. I'm not sure. I'll have them all listed below that I used. But we're going to take the light pink, and that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to start ink blending in the center, ink blend my way out of on my die cut. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be, don't stress over it. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Don't stress. All right, then I'm going to take my pink, my darker pink, and I'm going to come around the edge, outside edge of that flower. And I'm going to add that as well, just to give a little bit more color, a little bit more texture. Now, I have die cut a stitch circle using our stitch circle dies. The leaves, I've cut one of each size of those, and the center of each of the flowers. There's 2 centers. So I'm going to stack those up together. So we're going to add some liquid adhesive in the center. We're going to add our orange center of our flower, and then we're going to add that yellow center as well. Now, I'm going to take a pair of reverse tweezers, and I'm going to add just a little bit of glue along the edge of my largest set of leaves. And I'm going to layer this onto the edge of our stitch circle here. Now for the bottoms, the smaller leaves, I'm going to do that same thing, but I'm going to switch it to go in the other direction. So I know I'm going to have to skip a little bit for a gap for our flower. I'm just going to add some liquid glue behind that. And I'm just going to pop that right into place right there. Now, as I said, I did cut out those little sentiment strips from that piece of pattern paper. Since we're doing no stamping, I'm going to add some thin foam squares behind my sentiment strip. Then I will add that sentiment strip to our floral embellishment. And then to finish that off, we're going to add some of our crystal clear shaker mix embellishments. So we're going to add one. We're going to add one of the large ones to the center of the flower. So it has a little bit of sparkle. And then we're going to add the other sizes to our other little spots. I just did 3. Keep it simple because our flower is our main focal point. Tie in with our pattern paper. Now off screen, I did the other 3 so that they are all ready to go on our cards. So now we can take and just add our embellishment to our cards. And you're going to pick the spot you want them to be to showcase your pattern paper the best. So we're going to have some there, some right there. All right, there are all 4 of my stack, cut, and shuffle cards today. I hope that y'all give this technique a try, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Stay crafty. Love you.